Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. This is my question and answer video that I do every single Monday, and what I'm doing is I'm answering people's questions from the last Q&A video last Monday. For those of you who don't know, my name is David, channel's Damar's Coaching, and I'm here to help victims of narcissistic abuse. Offer information, guidance, stuff like this. So any of you guys have questions or been suffering from abuse and you don't know what was going on and you want answers, please feel free to ask me. Please. Part of healing is emotional, from emotional abuse is learning what happened. Try to understand as much as you can. I want to welcome new subscribers to the channel. Thank you very much for supporting me and subscribing to the channel. That really helps keep me going a lot. You can help support me in all kinds of different ways by voting up or down, asking me questions. You can post this video on different social media accounts, put it in a playlist. Things like this really help. Thank you. And all I ask for you guys, if you ask me a question, please just give me your location. Please tell me where you guys are from. And please subscribe to my channel. I've noticed some people that ask me questions aren't even subscribed to my channel, and it'd be a really big help to support me. Thank you. Something I want to tell you guys, sadly, the videos that I make with Nova, who's a therapist, licensed therapist in Australia, I do the videos with her every 2 weeks, and it's live on her Facebook account. And Facebook just ended adding people on video, something they started back in 2017, and Nova and I have taken full advantage of that, and we've been making videos ever since then. I think it's been a couple years now. And for some reason they ended it, so we can't do that anymore. But I want to just let you guys know that we're going to try and find a different way to do that, because we really enjoy doing those videos, and I know a lot of you guys really count on them. So we'll either do it maybe on here on YouTube, or record it maybe on, I don't know. We're going to try and go live so we can answer people's questions. So I apologize for that. It's too bad, but things like that happen. Something I do every week is try to recommend something that I think that'll just help you guys be better people, feel better, help you in recovery and stuff like this. This is something that a friend of mine recommended, and it's a beautiful thing. And I know that this isn't going to reach everyone and appeal to everyone, but I hope that everybody that is depressed, anxious, lonely, recovering from abuse can benefit from human contact and human touch. I hope everybody considers this. And this is a program called NICU, through the Neonatal Intensive Care Units, and it's about cuddling babies that need it. And it's something so crucial, not just for the babies that need this kind of human touch, but for some of you. It can benefit you greatly. It's amazing what this does for both of you. It used to be just a thought, and people used to bat it down that human contact doesn't do anything. We know for sure it does. And babies that are suffering from things like neonatal abstinence syndrome, which is coming, babies that were exposed to narcotics, drugs, while they're in the mother's womb, and then they are born and they are coming off these drugs, and it's terrible for some of these babies. They're really suffering, and some of you guys are really suffering. And there's these programs available in a ton of cities, not just this country, but I believe worldwide. If this is something that interests you, go down in the description box and you can follow a link that I have down there, and also look in your area to see if something like this is available. Human touch, baby cuddling, NICU, Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. And I just think it's an amazing way to spend, God, an hour or two to just go and hug some babies, and you're just doing them so much good, doing yourself so much good. It's positive, it's optimistic, you're doing something for society. It's an incredible thing. So I know that that's not for everyone. That is kind of out of the ordinary of things I recommend doing, but I know it can help you guys, and there's a lot of babies out there that need this. So thank you for considering it. Thank you. So let's get started with the first question. Please, again, and I'm just going to drill it. Please tell me your locations, everybody. I'm going to try to remember to say it so many times that nobody should forget if you watch this video. So the first question is from Music Seamus 123. I'm not sure where you are. Maybe you're from Scotland, if you're Seamus. Or no, that's Irish. Sorry. I know some with BPD, and they cry a lot, have a total disregard for their friends, burning bridges and cutting them out of their lives permanently. Do they regret doing this at some point, or do they shut out this shame and guilt? You know, thing about borderlines, right, is they may possess empathy, and they, you know, they can have regrets and feel bad and guilty and definitely lots of shame. But the problem with borderlines is that term borderline, referring to on the borderline of neurosis and psychosis, meaning they cross that line sometimes, meaning they're not there all the time, meaning they rewrite narratives. They can be delusional. We know this, right? You interact with a borderline, simple interaction could be this amazing, huge thing that all these things happen that never took place, and you know, you abuse them and all these things. So the problem with the borderline is they could just treat you like crap, right? And if they feel guilty about it, they'll just change it and say, you abuse them, you deserve it. They'll rationalize. They'll believe it. They'll believe it. Some borderlines nothing will go wrong in a relationship. They fear abandonment so much, they're determined you're going to abandon them because you got a raise at your work. So they leave you, right? They dump you, abandon you so fast. It hurts them too. And so because they're hurt, it's never their fault. It's somebody who hurt them. You did it. You hurt them. You were going to leave them. That was the whole reason that you tried to get a raise at work. And you said, once you get a raise, that you're going to leave me. And you're like, I never said that. And you're like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Okay. So do they have shame? Can they experience shame and guilt? Oh, hell yeah. Regret, totally. But maybe they'll just make it up that it happened in a different way that never happened. You know? Borderline is the unhealed victim. Imagine a burned victim with open wounds all over them, right? How are you going to touch them and help them without hurting them? Literally. It's almost like anybody that tries to help them even hurts them somehow. So, do they regret this at some point, or do they shut out the shame and guilt? I think they do regret it. And I think that borderlines always flip-flop, and they'll change their mind, and they're so impulsive. And impulsivity looks just like this, right? Impulsivity is, I did something weird last night. I did something crazy. I said something totally crazy. I started a huge fight. I did all this, whatever I did. And the next day I act like nothing happened. Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't do that. No. They're so ashamed of themselves, of acting that way impulsively. They weren't themselves, that they won't even admit that it happened. So they have all these things, but this is how it's processed. And they will hate you, and go with somebody else, and then they'll be like, oh God, you know what? It was so good back there. It was so good then, and I'm going to go back. And then they'll come tell you, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for all that. And they may mean it. Right? But they might change in another 5 minutes. You might just go, well, you might try to bring one little thing up. Well, you did this. And they go, what? Oh, screw this. And then they'll just right back out the door again. They hate you. You're bad. You're awful. You abuse them. You hurt them. I mean, that's the borderline. That's the borderline. I'm not going crazy. I'm going like hamster wheel. Get on it and it just keeps going. It just goes and goes and goes and goes back and forth. Goes round and round and round again. We break up 25 times, right? And then they'll say, no, we never broke up. And then they'll go cheat on you and say, we're broken up. And you're like, you never broke up with me. Yes, I did. Remember that? I mean, it's just, God, oh, I'm getting tired just talking about it. I'm sorry that you, for whatever you've experienced with with somebody who may have borderline personality disorder. I hope that answers your question. If not, keep asking me, okay? And everybody keep asking me. And that reminds me, if I miss your question, I noticed 2 people, I think, said I missed your question last week. It happens. I don't know how. I'll go back there and it won't be there still. I believe that you asked me. So just keep asking me again. I don't miss anybody's questions. I saw 2 people told me I missed their question. But you got to ask me again. Don't tell me I missed your question. Go find it. Please. it's funny how many times, like somebody said, you missed my question a couple of weeks in a row. But I got that. I see that I missed your question, but I went back, I couldn't find it. So just keep asking me again. I'm sorry. It happens. I don't know why, but it does. PMP. Don't know where you're from. Please, everybody, give us your locations when you ask a question. Tell us where you're from. Hemisphere, country, state, city. Thank you. Someone cheated on me, and I confronted him with, why continue with the cheating and deception? He called the police and flew out of the house. Please help me to understand why he would go so far to call the cops. All on a simple question. And I reduced your question down quite a bit. But that was the gist of it, I believe. If not, ask me more. So he's cheating on you, and you just confront him, and he calls the police and bails out of the house, calls the police. You know, I don't know him, right? And I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what's wrong with this person. And so it's hard for me to tell you why they do what they do, and I don't know what he's feeling. I don't know why. But all I can do is guess, you know. Try to realize, like, the difference between, I use these differences a lot because it's a contrast in personality disorders. Within personality disorders, you have a borderline and a narcissist, right? And if you totally break up, dump, say, you're no good, I get out of my life, it's gone, over forever. If you dump a narcissist, right, they're all ego-based, right? And they get upset and you beat them, you won, you're better than them, and they're angry. And they want to hurt you maybe. They'll go talk bad about you to say that they're better than you. Where the borderline just got devastated. Their life is about to end. They may even end it, right? And you are the biggest, baddest monster in the world. And the whole world needs to know that evil exists like you. Do you see that difference? So you said, when I shortened your thing down, I noticed you also said he was like a psychopathic narcissist. I think you said all these real bad. So we're not saying borderline, right? So if that's true, if this is narcissistic, then that's what it is, right? You had one over on him, meaning he has so much shame inside. The narcissist has lots of shame. Believe they're a piece of crap. Very low self-esteem. They live in the outer world, nothing inner. Right? It's all outer, so it's all ego. So who I am is your opinion. You tell me who I am, period. That's how narcissists live. Narcissists live, they're egotistical, right? And it's all ego. It's all ego. They don't know who they are very well, if at all. And so they don't decide who they are. They don't tell themselves who they are. They don't tell themselves they're going to be okay. They don't live true to their morals, things like this. They don't have a stable sense of self. So who they are is what other people think, other people's opinion, very shallow, superficial, right? So if the person that knows them the best caught them cheating and says, you're a loser, you just beat them, you're above them, you're better than them. You stump them down to the little shameless, the little shameful little child that they are, that they're afraid of, that they run away from all the time. If that makes sense. You beat them, you beat him, you're better than him. So he called the police maybe to get you in trouble or something. I don't know. You know, this kind of behavior, running out of the house and calling the police, is borderline-ish. But I don't know. I don't know if that helps you. Please keep asking me questions. Please, always keep asking me more stuff about this. Thank you. MB from South Carolina. Hello. Thank you for telling me your location. I'm also adopted and looking for my people on DNAancestry.com. I feel sad to know I have half brothers and sisters out there. How did you find your people? Any suggestions would be appreciated. Thank you for asking. I've mentioned a couple times this year that I'm adopted and I found my real family, and it's been great. And so, thank you for asking. I'm sorry you haven't found your family. I'm very sorry. I know what that's like. It took me until I was 47, and I've known other people that found their family, and I never found mine. I didn't think I would, and so I know what that's like, and I'm sorry if that's really, really important to you. I found my family on Ancestry.com. I think it's called what you said, right? DNAancestry.com. Same one. The problem with that is you're only going to find people that are also on there and register. Because if your family does, it's a match, trust me. I mean, it'll show your distant cousins. And it'll show your whole family history. It'll go back hundreds of years. So, if you're not finding your family, they didn't register on there. What I would suggest doing is going and finding different sites, different places that do this. There are different ones, not just Ancestry.com, and fill stuff out and do the work, and maybe your family will try on one of those. If not, I'm sorry. Try not to invest too much into it. Too much hope, too much time, too much money. My best advice is be thankful for what you have, not focus on what you don't have, because you don't know. And I've just heard some of the worst, horrific stories of people finding their family. And I'm sure you have too. So you may not really be missing much. We don't know, and it's always that unknown, right? That we spend too much time on sometimes. Try not to, okay? You know, I hope that the family you have, I hope you have some family that love you. If not, I hope you have other people in your life that love you. Family isn't everything. And I'll say that over and over again. Family is not everything. And I challenge people that say that. The problem with people that say family is everything is you're shutting out other possible relationships in your life. And you might also be accepting toxic, abusive behavior from your family members. And we don't do that. And I don't think it's just opinion. I don't think that we accept family no matter what. Unconditional. I don't think we unconditionally love anyone except our small children. Babies. That's all. But thanks for asking. I appreciate your what you said. Thank you. And good luck. Good luck. Try different sites. There's, Ancestry.com isn't the only one. Your family may have tried. I know there's another big one. I don't know the top of my head. You'll see it when you look it up. You probably are already aware of it. There's another one, major one, just as big, or if not bigger. Try that one too, okay? But try several different ones. I've seen many different sites where you just register, like if you know the place, location, and time you were born. Sometimes that's all you need. Thanks. Lauren from Massachusetts. Hello, Lauren. My husband was physically abusive to past women, but not to me. And I shorten this one down a lot too. If narcissists repeat the same pattern, why wouldn't he be physical with every woman? He says they were physical with him. Maybe he was able to control me emotionally where he didn't need to get physical. I'm not a physical person. Lauren, right. Narcissists repeat patterns, behavioral patterns, big time. Personality disorders alone. They repeat and repeat and repeat. Very pathological. They don't have awareness to see the problem is them, to fix it, to change it, or they don't see that it's even a problem. And personality disorders alone, a lot of that means you're not in very control of your behaviors anymore. But fear of jail tends to keep a lot of people in line, right? There's, jails are filled with sociopaths and stuff, right? Mostly people in there are sociopaths. But there's a hell of a lot more sociopaths out there that commit crime all day, right? They don't get caught. There is a fear, even for them. There's a fear of getting caught, and they don't want to get caught. And if he's ever been, if he ever did physically abuse a woman and the police were involved one time or something, that could be enough that changed it. That changed him from doing that again. Like you said, you're not a physical person. Maybe he isn't necessarily a really physical person, but he handles physical attacks from women poorly. I don't know, right? I don't know, Lauren. I don't know. Why would he not repeat it? Maybe he never was physical, or if he is, fear of going to jail. Or maybe he's grown up and realized not to hit women anymore. Who knows? Who knows, Lauren? I'm glad today he didn't hit you. Thank you. Ariana, don't know where you're from. Please, guys, tell us your locations. Tell us where you are at. Thank you. I'm in a situation with a male borderline. He never texted or called after intimate moments, but I saw he is texting other women all day and night. She is NPD. When confronted, he denied it. Well, Ariana, you said you're in a situation. I don't know if you're dating this person. You call him a borderline. I don't know if he's been diagnosed. I don't know what's really going on. This isn't enough information to give you any kind of feedback. But something I would like to point out, because so many of us have been in this situation, so many, myself included, where my partner, right? You know they're cheating, right? You know they're cheating, but you haven't caught them. And you get this like, I've got to know, I've got to have proof. I can't break up with them without knowing. I can't, this kind of stuff, right? And even if they sit there and tell you they haven't, you're crazy, stop it, it doesn't feel right. So think about it like this. What about people that are in open relationships? I could never be. I could never be. Wouldn't want to be. I just don't want any other partners. So why would I be in an open relationship, But if you try to think of it this way, if you're in if some people are in an open relationship and they don't care who each other have sex with, then great. Right? But if you're in a close relationship and you do care, right? So is it so much even the act? I mean, it's the feeling. Right? What if your partner never cheated on you, but you just always feel like they were? Is that okay? No, that's not okay, is it? That needs to be fixed, remedied, something needs to happen. You can't just go on feeling like your partner's cheating on you all the time. So isn't that just enough? Because if you ever feel like your partner's cheating on you, right? And if they, they drive fire engines down the street and have the circus come through and they give you $20,000 and they write a big apology letter, but you're just like, God, dude, I can't, it's still there. I don't know. I can't explain. I still feel like you're cheating on me. I know. It's got to be fixed. It's got to be fixed. Do something. Go to therapy, right? And then when they go, oh, I don't want to go to therapy, you say, I think you're cheating on me. Well, I'm not cheating. Then let's go to therapy. Bottom line is this needs to be fixed, and this is all that matters. I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter what you do, and it doesn't matter what other people do. What matters is how you feel about what you do. That matters. That's huge. That's everything. If you apply that to this, it'll fix it. Right? I need to feel better. I guess I have a problem. If you're not cheating on me and I just keep thinking, I got a problem. Let's go fix it. Oh, no, I don't want to fix it. And that person doesn't care how you feel if he's not worried about committing and investing to helping fix the relationship. Right? I just want to bring that up because I don't know how else to really help you, Ariana. And I'm sorry you're in this situation, but what I would do is ask yourself, start really finding out what's important to you in life. Really find out the things that are important to you in life and start focusing on those. Because if just casual sex with people that are having sex with other people, if that kind of stuff isn't important to you, then don't do it. Okay? I'm telling you, just don't even do it. If you want commitment, investment from people who are serious, then go do that, but not with him. And we can't change anybody. That's just the way he is. That's the way he just makes you feel. Even if you didn't know, you always feel like he's betraying you. I wouldn't want to be around somebody who makes you feel that way. It doesn't have to be his fault. You don't even have to blame him. You don't even have to accuse him of anything. Hope that makes sense. Thanks. Krissa, I don't know where you're from. Please, guys, tell us your locations. Please tell us where you're from. Hemisphere, state, country, city, just not your address. Thank you. I've tried to be friends with my ex because she cut her legs twice since we are separated, and I don't want her hurting herself again. She texted me, I love you and I miss you last night because last year we made our first turkey together with her family. So she loves you and misses you because you guys cooked a turkey. Interesting. I want somebody to love me for much more reasons than that. She was the one who left me. What should I do? Well, it doesn't really matter who left who. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying it doesn't really matter. And you're asking me what you should do, and I'm going to ask you, Krissa, what do you want? I don't think this is healthy. She left you and she just out of the blue wants to say, I love you and miss you because because she's having turkey that night, probably eating turkey. That's all it took, a trigger. It's crossing your boundaries. I hope I hope those are crossing your boundaries. I hope that's not okay to just come in and out of your life and tell you things like this. You should make it clear it's not okay if it's not okay. You know, and it seems like it's not okay because you're asking me what you should do. So, Krista, I think you should establish some boundaries and let her know what's okay and what's not okay. Your fear of what she will do to herself, okay, I get that, but the best thing then, just ignore her, right? You can't be controlled because of a fear of what somebody will do to them. You have no control over these things. You're not responsible for these things. And for you to feel like you are, there's something wrong there that I hope that you try to get fixed. And that's good that you know that. I would go to a therapist, some kind of professional, and let them know I feel this way. I have an ex who is very unstable, who cuts herself. I dated someone like that. And she broke up with me a year ago, and now she's coming right back saying, I love you and I miss you because we cooked a turkey too. You know, this is so unstable. It's impulsive. This is impulsivity. She's in the holidays. She's obviously unstable already, which means she doesn't really clearly know who she is, and she has tons of emotions she can't regulate, right? So here's the holidays. Now there's just a little more emotions. Just that much more set her over the edge. And an impulsive thought became an impulsive action. And I called my ex and told her I love her and I miss her because of a freaking turkey. Don't we stop ourselves from doing things like that, guys? Right? We stop ourselves. She did not. What should you do? What do you want? I hope you want nothing with this person who cuts herself. I hope you want nothing to do with them. Someone this unstable. So if you want nothing to do with them, there's your answer. What should you do? Nothing. Don't have to do anything. You don't have to respond just because someone messages you. You don't have to respond or reply because someone sends you a message. Someone sends you a letter, an email. You guys don't have to reply. Oh, it's rude. Oh, well, can you live with yourself for being a little rude to somebody who left you and is so unstable? She might cut her leg off if you don't reply. I mean, codependency issues. Krista, okay? Go just start working on this stuff. Okay? This gives you some insight. You're taking responsibility for somebody else. Somebody else's emotions. Okay? Thank you for asking me. I'm sorry that it must be a bad feeling. That must be a horrible feeling. I think one of the worst things people could do is like threaten suicide to get what they want, make you do something they want. That is just, how do you walk away from that? You know, that's tough. But cutting her leg is bad too. Louise, the Netherlands, hello. Married for 29 years, and my husband won't even let me give my opinion. He says I'm just trying to make him feel stupid. That's a narcissist. I'm sorry. 29 years, you can't give your opinion. 29 years, your opinion doesn't matter. 29 years, you are not worthy of an opinion. 29 years, you had to have lost who you are. Now my 9-year-old daughter and I are in a bad place, and you said that she wants you to divorce him, and so she wants to live with you. She shouldn't be having these conversations. Don't have these conversations with her, okay? Do you think he has NPD? I would have no idea. I'd have no idea. I don't diagnose people. I'm not a doctor. Doctors wouldn't even tell you. I'm not gonna. I haven't, and I wouldn't know. And if I told you, I wouldn't have much. I wouldn't. People wouldn't trust me. My word would mean nothing. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't help you with it. I don't have enough information to even try to give an opinion, form an opinion. Except that's very narcissistic, isn't it? My husband won't even let you give an opinion for 29 years. Because he feels he's so insecure that every single opinion you ever give, anything you ever say, you're always trying to make him feel stupid. Sounds like an emotional idiot. You have to leave him. Really sad. If you have to leave him, then leave him. Okay? And it doesn't matter what title he has. We like to give people titles, but it does no good. Okay? Let's not do that. The person he isn't the person you want to be married to any longer. He makes you feel like crap. You lost yourself around him. You lost who you are. It's going to be awfully hard to leave him. And I hope that you aren't there for him and try to make him feel better about it and do everything that he wants to in the way that he wants to. And you just worry about you. And mom needs to be good, strong, and healthy to be the best mom. The best mom doesn't sacrifice and compromise just for the daughter. Okay? So don't sacrifice or compromise any longer. You've been doing it for 29 years. And now you have a 9-year-old daughter. You've been doing it 9 years for her too. And it's time to not compromise who you are any longer. And you start letting those morals you have show. Okay? Once you do that, once the choices you make best show who you are, you will have yourself back. Okay? And you'll feel a little bit stronger every day. You need a support system. You can't do this by yourself. You need a support system, and you can't do this with your 9-year-old daughter. She doesn't need to know much about this, okay? You just be there for her. Good luck. I'm very sorry. Awful, awful situation. 29 years of being a wife and now a good mother, and he doesn't care. We invested in the wrong thing, but no more, okay? Don't do it another day. Good luck. I'm going to stop this video here, and I'm going to start part 2 in a few minutes. Thank you for watching. If you can, thumbs up or down, ask me questions, subscribe to the channel if you can, post this somewhere else that will benefit or help somebody else. Thank you guys. I'll see you in part 2. Love yourself first. Bye-bye.